What's up, guys and girls? This is James at Locking the Value and CopyMyCrypto.com, talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto. My God, Bitcoin is breaking out, which is quite exciting. And let's see what the hell that does to the altcoin market. I'm going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be talking about a way for anyone that's sort of new to crypto or that wants to keep an eye on it, upcoming events that might be really relevant in terms of investments. I'm going to give you a nice, easy way of doing that, which, it's a good way to make some gains. So I'll talk to you about that in a second. As always, the spreadsheet is updated. Look at Phantom, guys. I'm so happy with that. The reason it's highlighted, I did a Udemy course in May of last year saying I thought it would be one of the best investments of the year. I got in when it was at half a cent. That's when I released the course, when it was a half a cent. It's now at 74 cents. That's 144 times gain. Absolutely buzzing. KuCoin's also having a bit of a run. Horizon has done very, very well. Dragon Chain, interestingly, is back to having a run. And Ripple, I know, is obviously up quite a lot today. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about that I thought would do really well. I spoke about them on YouTube. Phantom, the Udemy course. If you invested $100 into each, you would be in profit. Done 48 grand from a $2,600 investment, just from $100 spread across the time last year. Staggering profits. Yeah. I'm not. I'm in a few of these, not many anymore, but I traded out and put into cryptos that I think are going to do better runs and sweeter runs and get sweeter returns. So I got my gains, cashed out, put it into other stuff that's compounding, and I'm going to keep getting those gains. That's why I share on Copy My Crypto. So if you're new to crypto and you're feeling overwhelmed with the 9,000 plus coins that there are, you can go on to Copy My Crypto, check it out. And what I do is I share my live portfolio and I tell you when I'm making a trade and why I'm making a trade. And any Copy My Crypto members, check your video, check the site, check your emails, because there's a video that's gone live today, moving out of a big position into another one that I think should do very well. Very, very well. And staggeringly, no one's talking about it. It just blows my mind. If you want to check that, and if you want to hear about that, join Copy My Crypto, and you'll get that you'll get that video as well. Right, guys, let's talk Bitcoin. Smashing it, absolutely smashing it. 7% nearly. We know when Bitcoin runs, the altcoins tend to suffer. They aren't actually really suffering too much at the moment. But let's be real, guys. It wouldn't be a surprise if we all wake up and the altcoins are down a bit. It's just something to bear in mind. If you've got good coins and you've got strong hands, then you don't need to worry about it. I'm certainly not, but it will be a very, very interesting 24 hours, because if Bitcoin runs really hard overnight, I would sort of expect some of the altcoins to start dipping. But if it's, if it stays under 10% growth, we could well see the altcoins run in tandem, which would be a beautiful thing. But yeah, keep your eye on the markets, guys. I wanted to talk about one of the biggest events that happens is the Bitcoin halving. Whenever that happens, we see a huge run on Bitcoin. Now, it might take a year or whatever, but we see it happen. Because once the halving occurs, the rewards are halved, and it means it's harder to get hold of it. It reduces the flow of Bitcoin, and as a result, it means it's more rare, it's harder to obtain, and as a result, the prices have a real positive. It has a majorly positive impact on the price, and Bitcoin isn't the only one. I did a video like last year on Horizon. Now, Horizon, I love. It's a gem. It's a great coin. I was in this for a long while, and I interviewed the founder of Horizon as well on the channel. But one thing that drew me to Horizon at the time that I did the video was the fact that there was a halving upcoming for Horizon. And look at the price move that it's done so far this year. That's a 17x, right? And the altcoins that halve are going to have definitely a better run in terms of the benefits and the gains that they have than something like Bitcoin, right? And that's not because Bitcoin's worse or anything like that. It's just because Bitcoin's so high in value right now that there's sort of a limit to how high it can go in a normal cycle. And this website CoinDar is actually really good in terms of having a cryptocurrency calendar. And what you can do is if you hover over, or you click on calendar rather, you can create a notifier. So what you can do if you create an account, you can get a notifier that notifies you about new events of coins that you're interested in. And it's quite a worthwhile thing, particularly if there's, or even if it's events potentially that you're interested in. So talking about the halving, right? We can type in halving and just search for halving everywhere, right? And what we'll see is there are actually a few coming up. Chainx, the block reward halving, occurs in June of this year. Smart Cash, July. Helium. Now, Helium's a very, very good project. Very, very good. And with the block reward halving meant to be coming in August 1st, there may be good opportunities with something like Helium. But it's a block reward halving, right? Rewards. But yeah, Verge, Qtum, Vertcoin, Tent, Ravencoin, and then I think Litecoin's in 2 years. Yeah, Litecoin's in 2 years, and Bitcoin's again in another 3 now. But these events are worth having a notification for, because fundamentally as well, you might have an opportunity where you can start slowly building positions in good projects. Like, you don't necessarily pick one of the shit ones, right? But some of the better projects might be worthwhile building a position there in anticipation of the halving, because after the halving happens, it might take 2, 3, 4 weeks, but they'll inevitably end up being a run. And sometimes it happens prior to the halvings. That's quite a common occurrence as well. So with something like this, you've got the opportunity to sort of anticipate what's to come and prepare. And like I said, Helium, very good project. I mean, Verge is good. I don't dislike Verge. Chainx is very good. Qtum, I've spoken about in the past. I like Qtum. And some of them are really good projects. So you might have a real opportunity to prepare for that. And it's just an idea that I just wanted to present to you guys. Even if you don't necessarily want to search halving, you can start searching about listings, or they notify about everything. Okay, so you can find out about listings or forks, and that's always a good one. Like, if you find out something's going to be listing on Binance, that there's a high likelihood that a coin that's been on other exchanges that's about to list on Binance is going to run. So worthwhile knowing, yeah. And all of these things, I am exceptionally aware of the amount of information out there on crypto, and it's extremely overwhelming for a lot of people. So it's not necessarily one that you want to, like, you can't implement every idea. It's just unfeasible. You can't be on every Telegram group, every Discord group. You're going to miss stuff. So it's sort of narrowing your perspective and narrowing your focus. And as a focus, this is quite a nice one, because all you have to do is think about what events are important to you, because you may have been, or many of you may have been unaware of, like, the halving events that are upcoming for all these coins, and that could result in these running fairly well. I mean, they're actually notified as important events for Chainx and Smart Cash in particular, and Ravencoin at the beginning of January, so next year. So worth having your ear to the ground in this regard, because right now Chainx, if we have a look, is probably knocking around, I don't know, $10. Can't be much more. Not looked. Been a long time since I looked at Chainx. Last time I looked at it, it was $4. Oh, okay, that was pretty good. Yeah, and Chainx is like is a great project. It's one I've spoken about when I was looking at the Polkadot potentials. And Chainx is still not on Binance, which staggers me. So even then, if Chainx with a halving and a potentially ends up on Binance at some point, the price, those two events could catapult Chainx's price dramatically. Yeah, because at the moment it's only got a market cap of about less than 100 million. And this is more just, again, this is more for people that are unaware of how to, of information or how to find information. And little notifications like this, like me personally, I create a specific email that's designated to specific things. So I have like 7 up and running, right? But one of them is literally just for major events to keep an eye on. One of them is just for specific coins that are in my portfolio. I've got all of these. And you might not have as much time as I do to sit and dive into the markets, but figuring out a strategy in terms of how you're going to manage the information you take in is really important. And this is just a small idea to sort of help people that might be stepping into the crypto investment game, and it could really help you. And if you don't use that, you can always use Copy My Crypto, which simplifies the process for you completely. And I literally tell you why I'm getting into a coin, tell you why I'm selling a coin, and you can just see exactly why and match those profits. It makes things as easy as possible for you. And that's it, guys. That's it. It's a Friday night. Hope you're all having a good time, and I will see you all soon. Okay? Take care. Bye bye.